Hello, wonderful people. This is Kahir Healing, and today I want to talk about spirituality and change. And I can't think about another game that I could have showed you guys for the ones who are watching on YouTube is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And this game is all about spirituality when it comes to the Force and change. And the change is from a recognition of who you truly are. I'll go a little briefly into the story of the game. So you play as Revan, and he used to be a Sith Lord, and he lost his memory. And then you pick up the game. You think that you're just a normal guy, normal Republic soldier or whatever. And throughout the game, you train to be a Jedi because you're found to have the Force. It's not until towards the mid game or late game that you realize that who you were the whole time was this Sith Lord. I think it's a great metaphor for how our beliefs about ourselves and our memories shape who we are. Because when they deleted the memories from his mind, he was a clear vessel. And of course, a player can choose who he wants to be. He can still be evil, but I think canonically, he turns back to the light. Like that was his natural state of being before he fell to the dark side, was this being of light. And I think this is a lot like us as humans. We all come from the light. We come from source energy. We just, over the course of time, we lose our way and we forget about it. That's the big thing. We come here, we forget who we are. And it's all about remembering who we are. And this forgetting, this belief in separation, it causes us to do things that no living being would ever do. And for me, I developed an anger problem for most of my life. I could even remember when I was in first grade, some kid made fun of my name, and I would like pick up a chair like over my head. Like I felt like the rage would give me power. This anger would continue until maybe I'm gonna say 21. I'm not really sure. Of course there wasn't like one moment when the anger stopped, but over years of analyzing where is this coming from and going down the spiritual path, it really helped me. When I was around 14, that's when I think I discovered spirituality. I listened to Abraham Hicks for hours, guys. Like on the way to school, back to home, whenever I had free time, I would listen to them because honestly, it would make me so happy. And if I was in like a really bad mood, it would at least keep me, from going lower. Still, the anger was there, and there was until one moment where I just completely exploded, and it changed the course of my life because I realized I can't be a ticking time bomb. I can't be of service in this kind of state. I can't be so sensitive to take everything personally. That time, I didn't just blow up. I was bottling this anger for about a year. Something in my life. I was going to this college, if you can call it that. It was for acting, and I was really mistreated there. And of course, I let people mistreat me, and I bottled that anger, and then I exploded on the final day. I realized I was like a monster, and I didn't want to be a monster. I wanted to be a loving being of light. I realized I wasn't taking care of myself, and I think for me that's what this new age or the spirituality, whatever you want to call it, it's about how we treat ourselves and how we treat others, because our worldview, how we look at other people, how we look at ourselves is going to affect how we act day to day. And whatever my belief systems were not in alignment to my highest good. And I do believe this experience benefited me for the better of my life. It was a signpost saying, hey, you have to change. Then I dove back. Before the anger outburst, I was listening. I don't know if I was still listening to Abraham, but I'll be like on and off with this new age mentality or the spiritual mentality. When I say on and off, it would be maybe a week or two. I would listen to like a book, something like that, learning, and then I would stop for like a month, and that would really affect my vibration. But after the outburst, I said, no, this has to be 100% of the time, 100%. And what I mean 100% is like I can't teeter-totter on, oh, okay, I'm going to be spiritual, I'm not going to be spiritual. Honestly, guys, this commitment, I don't even know if it's a commitment. It's just following a passion so dearly every single day. It was the biggest moment for me. It was about 6 months after that incident. I read this book. I was reading a lot. I was going into self-development. That also helped just to develop a good enough self-esteem to start working on myself. I think the most important thing I discovered during that time was my purpose. I know that's like, you could live for, I was like 21 and you didn't know your purpose on life. And yeah. And I think that's more of a problem than people give credit for, because I think that causes depression, anger. The suffering I had was just not knowing why I exist. Even with Abraham and all this, you came here for joy. You hear that and you feel so good. It just didn't resonate with me until I read this book, Unbeatable Mind by Mark Divine. There's this exercise to find your purpose. I can't remember exactly what the exercise was. I think it was just asking that question and letting the universe give it to you. Not really sure. Probably it's not that, because he's like a Navy SEAL, but I know for sure it's like even asking the question was really powerful, because I didn't even know you could ask that. Before then, I was just so into the Maya, the Matrix, How am I going to make a living? Now, how am I going to get money? What am I going to spend my time with? All this stuff. I never bothered to ask, what is my purpose here on Earth? And it was July. I was just sitting outside of this mall. It was a beautiful day. And in the silence, a voice told me to feel joy beyond measure and spread that joy onto others. That feeling of peace, so overwhelming. And it's been my cornerstone, my base. If I'm not outside of this outstanding joy, I'm outside of my purpose. And this is why I make videos. This is why I do energy healing, because I believe deeply we all are here to experience joy. And my anger was stopping me from feeling that joy. My negative beliefs, my negative perceptions, my stories were stopping me from really enjoying life. And if you're in that position, if you're out there struggling, I'd highly encourage you to ask yourself, what is your purpose? Because that question has given me so much joy. And even expanding that, I did a Dharma reading. And Dharma is Sanskrit for purpose. A Dharma reading by the author of this book, The 5 Dharma Types, Simon Shofsky. Can't pronounce his name, but just learning who I am. I believe that we came in here with a specific purpose in mind before we incarnated on this planet, because I do feel like we came here with an intention in mind. Now, I still had some ups and downs. It wasn't like a silver bullet, but my life has gotten so much better just knowing who I am, knowing what I am, knowing how I can serve. It's been beautiful, guys. This is a message for me as well as for you guys. Just knowing that we're writing the story right now. We're in this play, this cosmic play. We write our stories each and every day. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. You still can pick up the pen today and keep writing and changing. I could still be that angry person. I could still be blaming other people for my problems or not asking for help, or I could still have been that person that was on and off with spirituality. I'm not. I changed, and it's beautiful, and I really believe it's only going to get better, and I wish that all for you. Alright, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, subscribe, and a comment. I would appreciate any feedback you guys have for me, and I want to hear your stories. How have you changed? How has spirituality affected your life? What is it that you still want to change? Because remember, everything is possible with God. And with that, I leave you, and God bless.